Hello guys, Crispy, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm gonna be testing the GTX 1650 Super. As you can see here in MSI Afterburner, just bought this card today, and you're probably watching this in the day after, but yep. Okay. And this is the Asus Phoenix version of the GTX 1650 Super, so it's pretty much the worst cooler that they could put on this thing, to be honest. And as you can see, we peaked so far at 75 degrees Celsius. Yeah, 75 is not too high of a temperature, it's just fine, you know, it's okay. I would have no problems running my GPU 24/7 at 75 degrees Celsius. It's not a problem, but just keep in mind that if you get this version of the 1650 Super, it's gonna run a little bit hot. But the performance is virtually all the same between all of the 1650 Super models. And we are running a Ryzen 7 3700X with 16 gigs of memory. Of course, overkill specs for a card like this, but you should be able to get the same results with something like a Ryzen 5 2600 overclocked or like an i5 7600K. We're gonna be playing here Season 5 of PUBG at 1080p, very low settings to start off the video, of course, and then I'm gonna do competitive settings, which is very low everything, with epic view distance and medium textures just to make the game prettier. Keep in mind that the textures don't really impact your FPS, you get like 1 or 2 less FPS by putting those on medium. We're also gonna be testing it at the low, medium, high, and ultra presets over here, so let's get into a game. Shall we? We're gonna do first person, Erangel, and we're gonna drop in our favorite city, Pochinki. Like seriously guys, name a more iconic city in the gaming history than Pochinki, you know? Oh boy, there's one dropping here with us. Nope, I don't think he is anymore. Alright, forget it. Never mind. And I'm gonna start the average and 1% lows counting in a little bit. I'm just gonna grab some guns. Oh boy, okay, this is very nice. This is very nice, guys. But can I hit those shots? Oh boy. Let's start our benchmarking here. So as you can see, we are at 1080p, very low settings to start off the benchmark here. And let's see how well the 1650 Super does. I hope I don't forget to say Super too many times, because I do have a 1650 and I'm used to benchmarking that, you know. And now this one is just a 1650 with a Super attached to it, and it's actually 40% faster, so it shouldn't really be named the 1650 in my opinion, but who am I to tell Nvidia otherwise? They're the billionaires here, aren't they? Alright, so far so good. We've seen like a couple of stutters so far, another one there, but that's just normal for PUBG. You know, every single card that I tested so far in this game stuttered, so it's not really the card. Oh my god! Okay, so starting off well, guys. Oh no, there's one there, guys. God damn it, why? I'm gonna drop up there, and I'm gonna grab a weapon right away. A revolver is all I have right now, guys. Alright then, we're gonna do this. Of course we are gonna do this. Oh my god, oh my god, oh no! I just want to benchmark this game. This was fun, this was super fun. I see one, guys. I see one right there. Okay, okay. We're doing this, boys. We're doing this. And girls. Alright, it was right around here that I stopped making the other video, because we just got killed by a guy here camping. Those goddamn campers. I bet those are O'Driscolls. They have to be the goddamn O'Driscolls. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna stop with the RDR2 references. As you can see here, looking at the entire settings, pretty much the same stuff as we've seen with the 1660 Ti and 1060, right around 110 FPS, 108 sometimes, and we're CPU bound, honestly, looking at the entire city. So if you have a 2600, you won't really be seeing these kinds of frame rates. You need like a 3600 to see 100 plus FPS looking at the entire city of Pochinki, but this 2600 is fine for like 120 FPS around here. If you have something like an i7 8700K, 7700K overclocked, you're probably gonna get a few more FPS. Wow. Will you look at that spray control, my friends? But you know, Pochinki here is just a very, very CPU intensive area to test GPUs at. But still, guys, as you can see, we're averaging 144 FPS and 1% lows of 92. So if you want to play competitively here in PUBG, you can do so with the 1650 and something like a Ryzen 5 3600. With a weaker processor, this is all the graphics card that you need here for PUBG at very low settings, of course. And I'm gonna stop it right there. If you have a high refresh rate monitor, you're all set here on low settings, or very low settings actually. And let's go, let's put the shadows on medium actually, so the game looks a little bit better. And let's wait for these textures to apply. Okay, just applied. And yeah, medium settings are applied. Let's start our counting system here. And as you can see, our FPS are probably going to be dropping by quite a bit, maybe. I'm not really sure about that. We're not seeing 99% usage on the GPU, which is weird to see. I think we saw it with the GTX 1660 Ti, which is a better card than this. So it doesn't really make sense to me why the CPU is bottlenecking the 1650 Super sometimes. But yeah, most of the time it's actually above like 90% usage, so we're fine here. And you're probably not gonna pair anything better than the 3600 with the 1650 Super, let's be honest here. So you can expect similar FPS to these. Oh, there's the guy. Oh, come on. Why did you... Okay, he didn't know. He didn't know I was there. Alright. Nice, we got 3 kills already. This is going well, guys. Are we gonna win this one? I'm feeling it. So we're just gonna go ahead and watch the city from far away here. Pochinki, my beautiful, beautiful city. And as you can see, we dropped like 4 FPS. No, actually it's the same. So still a very decent performance here from the 1650 Super. Not bad at all. I will definitely recommend this card for PUBG. It performs a little bit better than the RX 570, for example, because the AMD cards struggle a little bit more than Nvidia cards running Unreal Engine titles, except Fortnite, because Fortnite now has DirectX 12 API support, so you can get more FPS on the RX 570 than, for example, the 1650 non-super, but the 1650 non-super and the RX 570 here in PUBG. Oh no. Okay, let's stop it right there. Here in PUBG, get the same results. We saw 100. That was bad. That was average, actually. We're at 1080p now. Low settings, everything. Of course, a little bit better settings than very low settings, visual quality wise. The textures still look a little bit bad, you know, but there's some ambient occlusion. There are some shadows going on right now at these settings. So, just a tiny bit better. The grass looks a little bit better as well. The shadows, lightning, you get the idea. You can see for yourself. I don't need to explain everything to you, do I? You're big boys, you know. Okay, as you can see here, so far so good. Our GPU usage has been 95+% all of the time here, so that means nothing really, but and yeah, a couple of stutters here and there, just the usual stuff. Let's see how well it performs over time here. We got a few more bullets for our Scar. Okay, so looking at the entire city of Pochinki here with... Wait a second. Looking at the entire city of Pochinki here with low settings gets us pretty much the same FPS, but now with higher GPU usage. As you can see, of course, we're still a little bit slightly CPU bottlenecked looking at the entire city. Of course, the game isn't really that well optimized CPU-wise, you know. I think it was better optimized in Season 4, honestly. At least in the CPU side of things. I had a Ryzen 1700 and I was getting pretty decent FPS, and now I have a 3700X and I still get pretty decent FPS, don't get me wrong, but I made a comparison video between the 1700 and 3700X and I featured PUBG on it, and I think it was running better in Season 4, to be honest here, at least in the CPU side of things when you are CPU bound. But you know what, we aren't really that CPU bound here in low settings anymore. It was just in very low settings. It's kind of like CSGO, you're gonna be CPU bound anyways if you have a decent GPU and a good CPU. Okay, so 1080p low settings gave us an average of the 128 FPS, 93 FPS, 1% lows, as you can see right there. Let's go ahead and put it on medium right now. I feel like medium gives us a much better graphical experience, as you can see, and we got a little stutter there. You know, I don't really like this game because of that. I actually played 600+ hours in this game, and then it just started stuttering like heck in an update, so I just stopped playing it, and it's much better now, don't get me wrong. You only get a stutter like every 30 seconds or a minute or so. When I stopped playing the game, it was stuttering every like 10 seconds, and it was unplayable, at least for me, you know. So yeah, as you can see here, medium settings is actually pretty damn good. It looks great. It's a very good trade-off between performance and visuals in my opinion, and I will definitely recommend you to play like this. The 1650 Super is doing a fantastic job, as you can see, 118 FPS so far, and on average, looking at the entire city here on medium settings, you can see that we're still kind of getting the same performance, 97% GPU usage, 103 FPS, not bad at all. So if you want to get the 1650 Super to play at medium settings PUBG, it's a very smooth experience, and even if you have something like a 144 Hz monitor, it's definitely better than 60 Hz, let me tell you. Even if we are only getting like 116 FPS average, you can still feel the smoothness of 100 FPS, and it feels awesome, you know, it feels really good, and I definitely recommend a high refresh rate monitor if you have something like an RX 570 or better, and if you want to play, of course, these games like kind of esports. I know PUBG isn't really an esport, but it tried to be, so oh no, it is not on full auto. God damn it. Oh boy. Okay, 1% lows of 87, very nice. It's time for high settings now. Everything's applied, as you can see right here. Let's just reset our counting system. We're still above 100 FPS right here, so that's pretty damn good. It always stutters a little bit there at the beginning of the benchmark run, but then it's fine, you know, mostly. And as you can see, we're now almost touching the 100 FPS mark, so this is very smooth. I gotta tell you guys, it feels fantastic here on the 1650 Super, and high settings looks a little bit better than medium, and it's noticeable the difference between medium and high settings. The textures especially look a lot better on high settings than medium settings in this game. And guys, I'm glad to tell you that we're still getting an average above 100 FPS, although we haven't reached the most demanding area of the benchmark run yet, so it's probably gonna drop from 100, the average, you know, but yeah, it's still a very smooth experience. If you want to play at high settings, still gonna have a blast here playing this game with the 1650 Super. Okay, so as you can see, 92 FPS, about a 10 FPS drop coming from medium settings. Not too bad for the visual fidelity increase that you get. God damn it. We're still above 100 FPS average somehow, which, okay, I'm not really complaining. And to be honest, guys, I really wasn't expecting a jump in performance like this coming from the 1650 to the 1650 Super. It's like this one is 30 to 40% faster than the other one, and that coming from a super card is something unheard of before. You know, the 2060 Super was like 10% faster than the 2060, the 2070 Super was like 5 to 10% faster than the 2070, and the 2080 Super was like 3 to 5% faster than the 2080. This one is 30% faster than the 1650. This is amazing. We're actually still at above 100 FPS average at high settings at 1080p. So if you want a 1080p gaming experience, even if you play with a high refresh rate monitor, high settings looks great and it plays awesome. So yeah, 1% low, still above 75 FPS. I will definitely recommend these settings here, high settings with the 1650 Super. So ultra settings, as you can see, are applying themselves. That's why there's a little bit of stuttering going on here at the beginning of the benchmark run. So let's just start it right now. All right, we're doing this. Okay, there's the stutter again. Nothing I can do. We'll get rid of that single stutter at the beginning, and there's another one. So as you can see, we're much closer to 60 FPS, and the game is starting to stutter a little bit more. Maybe that's because of our VRAM limitation, because those stutters are quite consistent. Yep, as you can see, it's every like 5 seconds or so, or 10 seconds, I'm not really sure, but yeah, they're very consistent, and they happen all in the same spot. Okay, there's one. And there's another one. Yep. And there's another one. Yep. Okay. So that's it, guys. I think we're reaching a VRAM limitation over here, and that's why the game is stuttering on ultra settings every like 7 seconds or so. I'm not really sure. I'm not counting, you know. But aside from that, that's an easily fixed thing. You just need to lower your textures a little bit, like to high or something. There's one over there, by the way. and you'll be able to get the smoothness again from high settings. We're just reaching our 4 gigabytes of VRAM limitation, so that's why you really want a 6 gigabyte or an 8 gigabyte card here in 2019, because if you want to play games with ultra texture settings, you really need like more than 4 gigabytes of VRAM to play those newer games, even at 1080p. So as you can see, our 1% lows are being affected by that. Of course, it's stuttering way too much. This is still an okay experience. As you can see, it's still above 60 FPS average at 72 right now. And I honestly wasn't really expecting to see 70 plus FPS average coming out of a card like this. On ultra settings, PUBG. Lower our textures here to high so we don't hit the VRAM limit over here, or at least not so much. And we're gonna do this again. So there's a single stutter as usual, and it should be a little bit smoother now. Let's see. All right, so far so good. We haven't seen any more stutters aside from that initial one. So yeah, what I said was right, guys. If you want to play on ultra settings, just lower your texture quality setting. And as you can see, it's very, very smooth right now. Of course, there's still the occasional stutter, which is always gonna be there, but yeah, it's much smoother than 1080p ultra settings, of course. Our frame time graph is flat right now. There's no issues whatsoever. We're still getting very, very close to our 4 gigabyte frame buffer limit. We're still using 3993 megabytes of VRAM. So we're very, very close, but you know, dropping the textures too high is enough to not cause a VRAM bottleneck in the 1650 Super. So I'm happy to see that the 1% lows as well are very, very good. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button if the video was helpful, funny, and enjoyable to watch for you. I'm just gonna try to win this one, actually. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Let's put it on medium settings because I really enjoyed the experience here on medium. And I'm just gonna go ahead and count this again and try to finish the game and try to win this one, because I haven't won a PUBG game in a while. There's one there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I get that guy? That will be great. Can you stop, guy? Nice. Okay, we got him. Does he have some good weapons that we can borrow? Oh boy, the circle is coming though, so I'm probably just gonna get a few bullets out of this guy. Okay, let's just use this and this. Oh my god, are we good? And this, okay. I'm out of here. Don't shoot at me. Guys, I really, really want that other weapon that he had. Should I be doing this? Probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh boy. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Come over here, girl. I love you too. There's one over there. Oh my god. Will he spot us? I'm not sure. Probably not. Oh boy. He's inside the circle already. We are not, so we are probably screwed. Should I go that way? I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way. Oh boy. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, damn it. Oh, I almost got the guy. Ah, he was hearing me. Ah, god damn it. See that? One more bullet would have done it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video again, and don't forget to like it and subscribe as I said already. Love you all. Bye-bye.